Good morning and welcome to my weekly show. My name is Don Jessup. I'm the owner of Silicon Valley Associates. We're a residential real estate company right here in San Jose, California, and welcome to the show. We had a question this week from one of our viewers that said, what about credit? What do I need to know about credit to buy a house? What do I need to know about credit to improve my scores? And how is my credit, how much credit do I need? How do I use my credit? What affects my credit? Those types of things. And how much credit do I need? When you're a first-time buyer, you need at least 4 credit lines. You need to have a car, you need to have a couple credit cards, you need to have them from a bank, you need to have them from, if you don't have any credit, maybe go out to Capital One or a company like that you can put down $300 and they'll give you a secured credit card. But you need to have 4 credit lines to buy a home, and they have to be at least 24 months old. So you need to start establishing credit if you're a first-time buyer now. How do I use my credit? One of the things that people ask is, should I use one credit card? Should I use many credit cards? Should I keep the credit cards that I have? And the answer is, we should never use a credit card past 50%. If you have credit card balances that are over 50%, you should pay them down. Because if you do have 50% on your balances, it hurts your credit by 10, 15, 20 points, maybe even more. So you should never run your credit cards to their limits and leave them there. If you run it to a limit, immediately pay it off before the time that they're going to be reporting to the credit company. You can run it to the limit on the 1st and pay it off on the 5th, and you'll probably be fine for the next reporting period. But don't ever carry balances over 50%. If you can carry them at 25% and spread that credit card debt over a number of cards, you're much better off on your credit score. What are other things that affect my credit score? Longevity would be one of the things that is really, really important. The longer I have a card, the more consistent I am with that card, the better my credit score. If I'm always getting a credit card, new credit card and replacing it and closing one down, getting a new credit card of 0 balances and replacing it, my credit score is going to go down. If you got that first credit card when you were in college and you still have it, do not close that down. It's important to have longevity. Payment history. Am I paying on time? One of the most important things about your credit cards is that you pay them on time or early. So when they do report what the balances are and what you're doing with that credit card, it comes up that you have a good payment history. Did I go out and buy a bed or a ring at 100% and no payments for a year? Well, that's a credit line that's at 100% of its balance. It's a credit card that's hurting your credit card, that's hurting your score. Because anything that's at 100% shows that you can't manage, even if it was given to you at 100%. So watch those balances. Watch those special offers because they can really hurt you. If you're going to buy a bed, you're going to buy a ring, be careful of putting it on their credit card at 100%. Your credit score to get the very best pricing, very best interest rates should be around 720 to 740. In the recent past, in 2007, 2008, 2009, it could have been as low as 680 to get A paper money, but now it needs to be 720, 740. One of the questions that people ask us all the time, does it have to be that high? And the answer is no. If you're a first-time buyer and you have a credit score at 620, 600, 650, you can still go to FHA, or if you're a veteran and you are getting a VA loan, you can have lower credit scores and lower reserves and lower down payments. But your credit score, anything you can do to make those payments on time. In summary, if you haven't pulled your credit report recently and looked at it and to know what is actually on your credit report, because a lot of people have deficiencies that are not theirs, and we need to work to get those things done. I would encourage you to pull it, sit down and talk with one of us and look and analyze what you're doing with your credit and what you can do to improve your credit. Again, this is Don Jessup. Thank you so much for coming to our weekly program. Have a great week.